Hey everyone, geophysicist Stefan Burns here. 3I Atlas, this mysterious interstellar object which first was detected in July of this year, speeding into our solar system at about 60 kilometers per second, now is within 2 astronomical units of the sun, meaning it's closer to the main engine of energy and life in our solar system. And as a result of this proximity to the sun and its very fast velocity, it has started to rapidly expand with its gas coma, which is actually a mixture of dust, gas, and plasma. It's a complex dusty plasma. In addition to this, it has started to brighten rapidly. So now it's around an apparent magnitude of 12, and this is deviating significantly from the expected light curve of 3I Atlas. So in fact,
NASA scientists are in complete shock. The mysterious interstellar object 3I Atlas, racing through our solar system at an impossible 60 kilometers per second, has just done something that defies every law of physics we know. In the past few weeks, this cosmic visitor from another star system has begun revealing its true nature, and what astronomers are discovering is absolutely terrifying. The object has suddenly changed color from red to green, started ejecting material toward the sun instead of away from it, and is brightening far beyond any prediction. But that's just the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing something unprecedented in human history. On July 1st, 2025, when the Atlas telescope in Chile first spotted this enigmatic object, scientists thought they had discovered just another interstellar comet, only the third ever found. But 3I Atlas has shattered every expectation, broken every rule, and is now forcing the scientific community to confront a terrifying possibility. This might not be what it seems. The numbers alone should send chills down your spine. This object is traveling at 60,000 meters per second. That's 134,000 miles per hour, making it the fastest moving object ever detected in our solar system. It's approaching us from the direction of Sagittarius near the center of our galaxy, and it's been traveling through the cold darkness of interstellar space for potentially billions of years before arriving at our cosmic doorstep. But here's where things get truly disturbing. Unlike any comet we've ever studied, 3I Atlas began showing activity when it was still 6.4 astronomical units from the Sun. That's beyond Jupiter's orbit. Normal comets don't start sublimating until they're much closer to our star. This thing was already glowing, already active, already defying our understanding of how these objects should behave. The Hubble Space Telescope captured the first detailed images on July 21st, revealing a teardrop-shaped cocoon of dust, unlike anything astronomers had seen before. But it was the James Webb Space Telescope's observations in August that truly stunned the scientific community. Webb detected something that shouldn't exist. 3I Atlas has one of the highest carbon dioxide to water ratios ever recorded in any comet. 87% carbon dioxide compared to just 4% water. To put this in perspective, that's like finding a car engine made entirely of gold. It simply doesn't happen in nature. Solar system comets are predominantly water ice with some carbon dioxide, but 3I Atlas is the complete opposite, as if it formed under entirely different conditions than anything in our cosmic neighborhood. But if the chemical composition wasn't strange enough, what happened next has left scientists scrambling for explanations. In early September, astronomers Michael Yeager and Gerald Raymond captured images that sent shockwaves through the astronomy community. 3I Atlas had completely changed color. For months, every observation showed this object glowing with a distinctly reddish hue, typical of aged cosmic material. But suddenly, without warning, it shifted to an eerie green glow. This isn't just aesthetically different, it represents a fundamental change in the object's chemical processes. The green color comes from cyanide, CN molecules, being produced at an explosive rate. The Very Large Telescope detected that 3I Atlas is now ejecting 17.6 grams of deadly cyanide gas every single second. But here's the truly bizarre part. It's also producing nickel vapor without any corresponding iron emissions. In nature, nickel and iron always occur together in roughly equal amounts. Finding nickel without iron is like finding smoke without fire. It suggests artificial industrial processes. As Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb pointed out, nickel without iron is characteristic of industrially produced nickel alloys. This combination of chemicals, cyanide, pure nickel, and the extreme carbon dioxide ratio has never been observed in any natural object.
But we see our actual measurements here in green, and look how right around September, specifically September 7th to the 15th, we see all of a sudden the apparent magnitude leap up. And this corresponds pretty nicely with when 3I Atlas got within 2 astronomical units of the sun. So the history of observations with 3I Atlas is that we picked it up first in the very beginning of July, and we then also able to detect it in some deep sky.
The rapid brightening of 3I Atlas has become the most disturbing aspect of this entire mystery. Since mid-September, ground-based observations show the object is dramatically exceeding all brightness predictions. It's not following the expected light curve that should govern how bright it appears as it approaches the sun. Stefan Burns, a geophysicist who has been tracking this object, notes that 3I Atlas has jumped from apparent magnitude 16 to potentially magnitude 12 in just weeks. Each magnitude represents 2.5 times more brightness, meaning this object has become over 40 times brighter than expected. But here's what's truly chilling. This brightening doesn't match any known cometary behavior. Normal comets brighten predictably as they approach the sun and their ice sublimates. 3I Atlas is brightening exponentially, as if some internal process is being activated. The object is now within 2 astronomical units of the sun, closer than the asteroid belt, and its coma has expanded to nearly twice the diameter of Earth. But unlike every comet ever observed, material appears to be flowing toward the sun rather than away from it. This violates basic physics as we understand it. The Hubble Space Telescope images reveal something that shouldn't exist, an anti-tail. Every comet in history develops a tail that points away from the sun, blown by solar wind and radiation pressure. But 3I Atlas has developed a tail pointing toward the sun. Recent analysis shows this sunward extension is 10 times longer than it is wide, creating an elongated glow configuration unlike anything in the scientific literature. This anti-tail behavior has never been observed in any natural object and challenges our fundamental understanding of how solar radiation interacts with cometary material. The polarization measurements are equally disturbing. 3I Atlas exhibits extreme negative polarization of 2.77%, with a low inversion angle of just 6.41 degrees. This combination has never been recorded for any comet or asteroid, marking this object as uniquely distinct from every known solar system body. We are now approaching the most critical phase of this entire mystery. On October 3rd, just days from now, 3I Atlas will make its closest approach to Mars, passing within just 30 million kilometers of the red planet. This is closer than it will ever come to Earth. Multiple Mars orbiters, including the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, Mars Express, and the ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter are being repositioned to observe this encounter. The high-rise camera on the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter will achieve a resolution of 30 kilometers per pixel, potentially providing the best images of 3I Atlas's nucleus we may ever obtain. But here's what has some scientists deeply concerned. The trajectory is almost too perfect. Harvard's Avi Loeb calculated that 3I Atlas's path is aligned with our solar system's ecliptic plane to within just 5 degrees. The probability of this happening by chance is roughly 1 in 500, statistically improbable for a random interstellar visitor. Even more disturbing, calculations by Loeb's student Adam Hibbard show that if 3I Atlas received just an additional 10 kilometers per second of velocity in September, it would collide directly with Mars. Natural sublimation processes cannot account for such a precise course correction. The accumulation of anomalies has forced even mainstream scientists to consider what was once unthinkable. The object's extreme chemical composition, unprecedented polarization properties, rule-breaking anti-tail, perfect trajectory alignment, and exponential brightening pattern are individually improbable. Together, they suggest something far more extraordinary. Dr. Avi Loeb of Harvard University has proposed what he calls technological origin as a viable hypothesis. The combination of industrial-grade nickel without iron, the precisely aligned trajectory, the impossible anti-tail, and the exponential brightening patterns are consistent with artificial rather than natural processes. The object's estimated size adds another layer to this mystery. While early estimates suggested a nucleus less than 3.5 miles across, Recent observations from the Vera C. Rubin Observatory indicate it could be between 6 to 12 miles in diameter. If accurate, this would make 3I Atlas over 1 million times more massive than the previous interstellar comet, 2I Borisov. But perhaps most disturbing is what NASA's TESS satellite revealed. 3I Atlas was already active and bright in May 2025, 2 months before its official discovery, when it was 6.4 astronomical units from the Sun. This suggests internal processes that don't rely on solar heating, processes that could indicate technology rather than natural sublimation. Some researchers are pushing the boundaries of conventional thinking even further. The object's behavior patterns, its perfect timing, precise trajectory, and seemingly purposeful approach to our inner solar system have led to speculation about whether 3I Atlas might represent some form of directed intelligence. The complex dusty plasma surrounding the object behaves in ways that, according to laboratory studies, can exhibit properties reminiscent of self-organization and even lifelike characteristics. Could this interstellar visitor be more than just ice and rock? Could it represent a form of consciousness we don't yet understand? The timing is particularly intriguing. 3I Atlas's arrival coincides with heightened UAP activity and increased government disclosure about unidentified aerial phenomena. Is this cosmic coincidence or part of a larger pattern of contact? As we approach the Mars flyby on October 3rd, followed by Superior Conjunction on October 21st, we're entering what could be the most crucial period in modern astronomy. After October 21st, 3I Atlas will be hidden behind the Sun's glare, invisible to ground-based telescopes for nearly 2 months. The object will reach perihelion, its closest approach to the Sun, on October 30th, just 1.4 astronomical units away. This is when it will be most active, most energy-rich, and potentially most revealing of its true nature. But we'll be blind to it, unable to observe what might be the most important phase of this entire encounter. When 3I Atlas emerges from behind the Sun in early December, it will be fundamentally changed. Solar radiation and proximity to our star will have affected its composition, structure, and behavior in ways we can't predict. The object we observe in December may reveal truths that will reshape our understanding of our place in the universe. The implications of 3I Atlas extend far beyond astronomy. If this object represents natural processes we don't understand, it forces us to rewrite textbooks and reconsider fundamental physics. If it represents something more extraordinary, it changes everything we thought we knew about our cosmic isolation. The object's chemical signature, the industrial-grade nickel, explosive cyanide production, and impossible carbon dioxide ratios suggests formation conditions unlike anything in our solar system. This visitor from another star system carries information about worlds and processes so alien they challenge our basic assumptions about how planets and comets form. But perhaps most unsettling is the possibility that 3I Atlas's arrival is not random. Its perfect trajectory, precise timing, and unprecedented characteristics suggest purpose rather than chance. Whether that purpose is natural or artificial remains the ultimate question. Space agencies worldwide are coordinating an unprecedented observation campaign. NASA's Parker Solar Probe, the European Space Agency's SOHO spacecraft, Japan's JUICE mission, and multiple Mars orbiters are being repositioned to study this visitor. Never before has humanity marshaled so many resources to study a single object. The James Webb Space Telescope will conduct follow-up observations in December 2025, after perihelion, potentially revealing how solar proximity has changed the object's composition. Hubble will perform ultraviolet spectroscopy to determine the precise makeup of its gas emissions. But time is running out. Every day brings 3I Atlas closer to the Sun's glare, making ground-based observations increasingly difficult. The window for gathering crucial data is rapidly closing, and with it, our opportunity to understand what may be the most significant discovery in human history. As we stand on the threshold of these pivotal observations, we must prepare ourselves for possibilities that were once confined to science fiction. 3I Atlas has already shattered our understanding of interstellar objects. What it reveals in the coming weeks may shatter much more. The object's green glow, visible in recent photographs, isn't just beautiful. It's a beacon of cyanide and nickel emissions unlike anything in nature. Its anti-tail, pointing defiantly toward our Sun, challenges the very laws of physics. Its exponential brightening suggests processes we can't explain with conventional science. Whether 3i Atlas represents exotic natural phenomena, ancient technology from a distant civilization, or something else entirely, one thing is certain: we are witnessing events that will be remembered as a turning point in human understanding of our cosmic environment. In just days, 3i Atlas will make its closest approach to Mars. In weeks, it will disappear behind the Sun. In months, it will emerge transformed, potentially carrying answers to questions we're only beginning to formulate. This isn't just another space rock passing through our neighborhood. This is a messenger from the deep cosmos, carrying information that could revolutionize our understanding of star formation, planetary evolution, and perhaps even our solitude in the universe. The truth about 3i Atlas is terrifying, not because it threatens us physically. The object poses no danger to Earth, but because it threatens our assumptions about reality itself, in a universe we thought we understood. 3i Atlas represents the unknown, the impossible, and the utterly alien. The coming weeks will determine whether we're witnessing the most extraordinary natural phenomenon ever recorded, or something that transcends our current understanding of what's possible. Either way, 3i Atlas has already changed everything. The mystery of 3i Atlas is far from over. As this interstellar visitor continues its unprecedented journey through our solar system, every observation brings new questions and deeper mysteries. Whether it's an exotic natural phenomenon or something more extraordinary, one thing is certain: we're witnessing history in the making. Stay tuned to this channel for the latest updates as the Mars flyby unfolds and new data emerges. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss what could be the most significant discovery of our lifetime. The truth about 3i Atlas is just beginning to unfold, and together we'll follow this mystery to its stunning conclusion.